He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense set for a first down play. They'll leave it with him. Fights off a defender. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback checking off. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Tulsa! And once he got loose, it was all over. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. First down here for the offense. DB's right up on the receivers. He'll try the left side. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for first downs.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most highly recruited guys, but they find tailbacks who are dudes. And Ron Dane to Jonathan Taylor to whoever it is, they always find a bell cow running back at the University of Wisconsin.
Using the quick game. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Red pass hits complete.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Calls his own number. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer.
And he breaks into the open. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the second level, great vision, and it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Add those stats, young fella.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Second down coming up. To the air, it's Vincent. Takes the easy completion. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And that ball is picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. And with that last carry, ended triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tulsa wasting no time. The give to the tailback. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll give it to the back. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter.
Tulsa, 14. Wisconsin, 7.
They'll line up for the field goal try as we start the second quarter. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. He got it. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 7 over the Astronauts. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field and jump around a bit. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Back to throw, it's Vincent. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Shotgun snap on third down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
On second down, they'll take to the air. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Tulsa is third down.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Badgers with the 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Badger.
21 in the end zone.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game.
That makes the score
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Handoff from the gun. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. At the 20, he's got space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulsa. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Makes his man miss. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. This is a designed run. And the Badgers will move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. The Badgers will hustle to the line. He wants to throw. Quarterback extends the play. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Vincent. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Keeps looking downfield. He'll pull it down and run. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Wants to throw on second down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll let it go down the right side.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the try is no good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking down the middle. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Tulsa wasting no time. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Gonna let it fly. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit, still a 10-point game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Tulsa will kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Buys a little extra time. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. It's complete to the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle, and the guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on fourth down.
And it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. They think there's room to run to the right here.
Tackle by one at the 31-yard line. Tulsa is third down.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to pass, it's Vincent. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
You got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Quarterback checking the play. He's looking to throw. Now rolling to the left. At the 35, he's open. And he's dragged down.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Vincent trying to get to it. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Turns it on in midfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Looking for room at the 30. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about Mo.
Running toward the tape. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Running to the left. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter play. With the score, Tulsa 31, Wisconsin 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. Scanning the field, it's Vincent. He'll take a deep shot here. He holds it in, and nobody's close. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He's looking to throw it. Slips away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The receiver is incomplete. Tulsa is third down.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. It's complete. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Back to the air one more time. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Badger.
Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to... keep that momentum going.
We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. From the gun to give, looking for room. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
It's 3rd and inches. Who can impose his will? And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. He's looking to throw. Release to the back. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Running back searching for a hole. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's got it, and they convert. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Tulsa. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Iowa has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up 14 over the Astronauts. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They'll throw it on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Wants to throw. It's Vincent. He's got his man. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, that is a Herculean effort. He caught the ball in the middle of the field and somehow was able to use his speed and his vision and awareness and still get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Game on the line. Offense has the ball. Down 1 score. Time winding down. What is better than this? Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
That's a really nice shot play called by the offensive coordinator. And what helps that coordinator feel confident calling that play? His offensive line. He knows these guys up front are going to
give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and give me the rock back.
Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Trying to get the corner. Open space at the 25. He's loose down the left side. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
That is add the insult to injury. Running the football late, could have taken a knee, could have ran the clock out, but those stats count, those stats matter, and this handshake with the coaches might get a little more interesting.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do